You know, you take them pictures, it counts down to 3, 2, 1. You are live. What's good, y'all? Chilling. I'm at the new spot. It's good to see y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And it's real good to see y'all in the set. We are live. I'm on my phone here, so I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Life is good. Got red bottoms on. You know how that goes. How y'all been? Hopefully y'all are good. It's just a quick little day shift video. This ain't gonna be too long. I ain't gonna be long with it. It's really just test my live to pop in and say what's up to y'all because it's been a hot minute. But I'm gonna eat a little lunch and I'm gonna do some work. You know, it's crazy. A lot of updates. As I told y'all last week, I was moving into a new spot and kind of getting everything ready. Right now, I'm in the office, so there's so much stuff I still got to set up and all that. It's been, if y'all know anything about moving, you know, and moving houses and all that, it's a whole thing. So that's why I've kind of been MIA. But still been working, still been working, still been going to the gym, still been doing all of the good things that I need to do, doing the good fight. I'm actually going live on, so um, I don't. I've never done this before, so I don't know some of these buttons. I'm over here like a boomer. Let me see. I'm gonna be like, well, girl, Adele. Let's see what the. Anyway, um, I'll figure it out later. I might have to go on a dummy account or something and figure that thing out. Let me see. I bet you there was a tutorial in the beginning. Okay, that's for stickers and stuff. All right. There's probably a tutorial in the beginning, and I didn't even watch. I'll check it out though. Anyway, I'm on my mobile device going live here. I haven't set up none of my computers and all that stuff, so it's a lot. It's a lot to set up. Throw it on my phone real quick and just say what's up to everybody. Hopefully y'all are well, and hopefully y'all keep it rocking. Got a ton of cool content. Got some trips planned. We got the World Cup coming up, so that we'll be in Atlanta for that, and hopefully I can get a. I got to figure out how these streamers be streaming on and going live, and at the same time, I think I can do it from my phone, but I also could chat and all that other stuff in HD, and also have a free phone. Maybe they gotta have two phones. I don't know. I gotta see how they do it. So, happy Friday. A little tuna sandwich. Nothing serious. I did a little martial arts today. A little bit of what do you call it? Boxing, nunchuck work, a little reflex ball. Gotta get in the gym, y'all. One thing about it, every time you leave that gym, I've never once left the gym and never felt like, man, I'm glad I didn't go. Every time I leave, I'm always like, good work. You know, even if it's not even necessarily like my best day, I'm glad that I went and I got the work done. So get in that gym, y'all. It's truly your job to take care of your body. It's your job. And it's your body. So, and it only takes hour and a half, 3 days a week. That's all you need. That's really all you need. Be good, but I know some of y'all just hate the gym. But I would truly encourage you to go because it's life changing. It's so life changing to the point where it's hard to even talk and get into a relationship with somebody who doesn't go to the gym, who doesn't take care of their body. You know what I mean? And what I've learned is, because I've obviously dated in the past, if that person doesn't go in the gym, you're either going to get them in the gym or low key they're going to resent you and perhaps you're gonna slack in going to the gym. One or the other is gonna happen. Either you're gonna slack or you're gonna get them in the gym, or there's gonna be some level of resentment if they don't get in and you keep going. You know, you start getting disgusted how they eat, how they operate, all that. That sandwich was fire. Let me give me another one. But anyway, I just a quick live chest. Say what's up to y'all. Make sure y'all good. Make sure everything is well. Talking to my sister. We were supposed to do a breakdown of some of the outfits and stuff. And maybe we might do that this weekend. I don't know. I've just been ripping and running. I ain't gonna lie, a little tired. You know, my human ability sometimes, you know, it's hard. It's hard being in this mortal body. You know what I mean? You get tired. Even though you don't want to be tired. Like, you know, the little toddler, little baby just crying. It's just like, yo, go to sleep, kid. When you want to go to sleep, just close your eyes, go to bed. They gotta cry all the time when they go to bed. It's just me as an adult form. I'm just, you know, just tired, but I just want to keep ripping and running. But I gotta find that balance. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it after the event. We wanted to, but we've just been so busy that it's like I haven't had time. But we just took some of our best fits, worst fits. My thing is we're really big into the arts. We're really big into you know, museum culture. We're really big into fashion, you know, trends, that type of stuff. And it's kind of cool to watch stuff like that to just take your mind off of just the craziness of the world. You know, I'm not really huge into celebrity worship culture, but it's just kind of cool to see kind of different like art pieces in the form of fashion that they put together. You know, this is like the highest level, highest taste level. So it's like I'm interested to see what they can do. Um, what else is new? So we're gonna be doing some traveling. Uh, Atlanta's coming up for the World Cup. We're gonna be out there for about a week, and then I'll probably be in New York for a little bit. Shout out to Brooklyn. I need to go on a pizza tour. And hey, what's up with it? How we doing, Waylon? Sorry, Mom, I'm blind, so I can't see the I can't see real good. But anyway, I'm gonna go out to Brooklyn, New York. What's up, New York? I love New York. New York's like my third home, and I just love it out there. I'm gonna go on another pizza tour. Favorite pizza spot in New York is gonna be Artichoke Pizza. There's a few. On my Instagram, I have like pizza reviews. I like doing pizza. A little guilty pleasures. I'm, you know, I'm like the last Ronin Ninja Turtle. You know, I love pizzas. One of my guilty pleasures. And maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I went out there. That's all I ate. And my sister lives out there, and she's like, "You just eating pizza every day, every day." And I'm reviewing them like a big bag. Okay, great value, Keith Lee. Uh, so I think I'm gonna go out there. They say Connecticut has some of the best pizza too, so I don't know if I could go there, but we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna do San Diego. So it's been about 10. It's been about 10 years since I dropped out of med school. Got accepted into med school 2014. Dropped out about 2016, 17. Like my going into my third year, I dropped out. I was out in San Diego, one of my hidden gems of the country. Absolutely love it out there. So I'm thinking about going out there and visiting because I have not been out there in about 10 years. I've been through obviously through the airport, but I haven't been, you know, ripping and running around there. So I got a lot of doctor friends out there too. So, you know, although I didn't complete my medical degree, a lot of my friends ended up doing it because that was their calling, which, you know, my calling is, you know, entrepreneurship and business, and, you know, flowers and books and languages and you know that kind of thing. A lot of soul searching, you know. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's like sometimes you going it didn't occur to me what I wanted to do until 2019. You know, 2019. I'm like what 31 or something like that. It finally hit me what I wanted to do. So, and then I finally was able to lock in and get it cracking. Yeah. Uh, so I'll be out in San Diego, and then of course going back to my other home, Hawaii, home away from home. As y'all know, I'm in Nebraska right now in the Midwest, handling business. So I'm gonna go back to my other spot in Hawaii, and I'll stream out there. Absolutely beautiful. I love being out there. Just I would implore y'all, encourage y'all, once in a lifetime, go visit Hawaii because it is a whole nother world, a whole nother world. Absolutely love it out there. And I live out there just enough to get everything out of it. I can't live there full time just because you start feeling trapped, surrounded by water. You feel like Gilligan's Island. I'm feeling like I'm in Castaway. Well, sad. Feeling like Tom Hanks a little bit. Like, yo, I'm kind of stuck on this mouth. You know what I mean? So, but getting out there about 4 or 5 times a year, being out there for a few months at a time, that's just enough recharge. Getting into nature, the island life. They're 5 hours behind, 6 hours behind Central Eastern Standard Time right now. So there's no daylight savings out there. So literally, I'm like, in the afternoon, what do you call it? Basketball games are going on. The Super Bowl's going on. You watch Super Bowl at like 7 in the morning, 8, 9, 10 in the morning, something crazy like that. So, you know, and most of the world has already been going, going, going. So, like, my kids call me typically around noon Central Standard Time, and they're just now going. They start going to school. You know what I mean? 7 in the morning. So I wish them, okay, have a good day at school, sweethearts. Blah blah blah. So, but I like that. Sometimes my body feels like it's on island time. Right now, I've adjusted. My sleep schedule has adjusted again, which is crazy. I've been on a night shift. Shout out to all my night shifters. I'm typically a night shifter, but because of what do you call it? Uh, the move and just all the stuff going on in real life that I got going on, my whole sleep schedule just shifted. I'm one of those people. Well, I listen to my body very deeply. So it's like if my body wants to sleep at this time, we going to bed. Body wants to wake up at this time, I'm waking up at this time. So right now, I've been waking up pretty early, like at 2 in the morning. You know, and today I actually woke up at midnight, but I've been typically waking up at 2 in the morning for the last week. I've been in bed, bonnet on, 8 o'clock, and I'm like, damn, I'm going to bed at 8. What the hell is going on with me? 8 o'clock, I'm just getting started. So it's been strange. Let's see what y'all talking about. What up with it? Yo, what up? Yo, bro, I gotta go to the soccer practice. All right, GG's my guy. We'll see you. Appreciate you stopping in. Anyway, so yeah, my sleep schedule has been just off the chain. It's been weird. But I want to get back into the night shift thing. And as I said, my computers, internet, all that stuff's not even set up yet. So I got to get that set up ASAP Rocky. But so right now that's why I'm filming from my phone. But I want to get back on the night shift crew. I love the night shift study. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't smoked in a while. I ain't smoked in a while. I'm giving it up for a little bit. Okay, I'm sacrificing a little. Everybody's got their vices now. All right, I like a box of Mike and Ike's here and there. I like a little Laffy Taffy here and there. Okay, I like to put one up in the air every once in a while. Now smoke one to the gods, to the ethers. All right, I haven't smoked in a while. Be on my mother. Be on my Dave Chappelle. Y'all got any of that? Smoke a little shisha, a little tobacco. Nothing crazy. Might be a little bit of herb every once in a while, but that's just for the real kickback. The smoking, the hookah, the shisha, the tobacco, I like it because it doesn't super alter your mind, but it gives you like a quick stimulus. It's like a coffee inhalation. You know what I mean? Because I don't do coffee, I don't drink coffee, but it's almost like I feel like it's the equivalent of that. Although it's not the healthiest habit, but I ain't perfect. Everybody's got their vices. But the thing about ganja, like smoking weed or whatever, like I'm not a huge weed smoker, But every once in a while, it pass the blunt. You know what I mean? Every once in a while. I applaud the people that could do it. I used to do it heavy in high school with my guys. But after a while, I have too many mental things that I have to be involved in to where I can't be like smoking weed and just operating. Like I just can't. I've tried it. I can't. The way I gotta do it is I gotta have nothing going on. I gotta be chilling, maybe on the beach, vacation, snacks on deck, couch on deck, so I can clock the hell out, sleep if I need to, get one of them weed naps, nice movies or something funny on tap, on cue, ready to go. I'm over here watching Friday for the 18th millionth time. I gotta have something like that. I don't know the people that are smoking, moving around it. I wish, but I can't. But so yeah, I don't really mess with the ganja too much. But with the shisha, that's kind of my thing. But I've given it up for the week now, so I can instantly feel the difference. It's like, damn, dude, it's one of those guilty pleasures where you're like, man, I wish you wasn't bad for me, but I see when I give you up, I be getting to it. You know what I mean? Like, man, I be getting to it when I ain't messing with you. I hate that I gotta give you up, man. I hate I gotta give up that ice cream, man. But it's like I gotta give you up for a little bit, just to kind of, make sure I get all my blessings. So, but whatever y'all into, whatever vices you're into, whatever devil's on your shoulder dealing with you that you like to indulge in, make sure you, as I always preach, balance, balance, balance. Balance is the key. And never feel afraid to say no to certain stuff, even if you really enjoy it, because I really do enjoy it. But yeah, I can even see, but even being in the gym, my wind is a lot better. Um, a lot of mental, I make a lot more sharper mental decisions. You know what I mean? But it is one of those coping mechanisms that I use. That's not necessarily the greatest, but I do enjoy it. But anyway, we're talking about trips. San Diego, gonna go out there, going to Hawaii, back to Hawaii. And then I'm gonna do one more place. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm kind of thinking, um, I don't know. I know I have some international stuff I want to do, like Toronto Film Festival, um, a couple places in Africa, and Japan. Um, but that's me being kind of ambitious. Japan might low key be early next year, especially if I do Africa this year. So, but a lot of places on tap that we're gonna go and film and get some good footage and get some good stuff tapped into. Have a lot. Hopefully, get some ladies on the stream. Give you some nice, lovely, beautiful ladies on the stream to have a blast with the boy, and and hopefully be ladies with some substance. You know what I mean? We don't want no airhead. I can't. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for airheads, and I'm an older gentleman. So a lot of the women I deal with are very mature, very beautiful, got intelligence, got their own motion. Very important. Have their own motion. I don't deal with a lot of airheads just because it's like I can't. I can't act. I'm not really fake like that where I could be like, girls kind of like, that's why I don't even deal with the young women. I mean, to each his own. You like young women, you like young women. But, if I see a girl 18, 19, 21, 22, we your mama at? We your mama. Okay. She might be attractive. We your mama. Okay. Apple don't fall too far from the tree. Where's she at? Okay, your mama got battle scars and knows some things. Let me talk to her. We're talking to some young women are like, nah, I ain't got the tolerance for y'all. You just too stupid. No disrespect. You gotta go through life. You don't have enough life experience for me to even deal with you. And I'm not here to be a coach. As a man, obviously, always giving wisdom to your loved one and the one you're in a relationship with. You should always lead. You should always guide. You should always give some level of wisdom. But I'm not about to sit here and like you know, getting there babysit. Like, there's just some things I need you to know and to get. I don't want that. I don't like that generational gap. I dated a woman who was about 28. I think I was like, she was about maybe like 6 years younger than me. And even that was a strong. I mean, we got she got a lot of stuff that I was saying, and you know what I mean. And we could connect on a lot of things because she had like older siblings, so she was kind of you know introduced to a lot of stuff that I know and a lot of the things that I'm into. But I can still see that generational disconnect where I'm just like, nah. But to each his own, each his own. Hopefully, we get some lovely ladies on the stream and they catch some vibes. I'm thinking about doing maybe like a dinner date series or a goat series or something. We sitting there chopping it up, having some drinks, relaxing, talking that talk, you know, that kind of thing. They say they were saying dating culture is dead, and it's like dead for who? You know what I mean? It's like it's not dead. You gotta be somebody. If you're somebody with motion, it's never dead. And if you're somewhat groomed and well put together and you look kind of good, you know what I mean? I gotta see my barber. I gotta cut this before I hit the islands. I'm literally still in wolf mode. I've been just lining it up. But anyway, when you someone with some motion, you got some things going for yourself. It's like there's never a shortage in the dating market. Now, if you want the perfect person, that's going to might be hard to find. But when you're able to adjust and adapt to different people and, not expect perfection out of everyone you talk to, it's very fun. You start to enjoy yourself, and there's a lot of interesting, cool people out there. You know what I mean? Sweet, beautiful women out there. And so maybe I'll show some of that, because I'll be catching a vibe. You know what I mean? I see this one show and they're like, "How much did you pay on a date? What should you do on your first date? How much should you pay?" Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you know, it's interesting, and this should be a whole nother video. This really should be a whole nother video. But when it comes to dating, like at the end of the day, I'm the type of guy. I'm just gonna introduce you to my life. So like whatever I'm into, we just gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm not pressed for pennies and pressed for stuff. Like, and let's say I'm on a budget, or so let's just say I'm like, I don't have a budget. Okay, if we're just talking about somebody maybe on a regular person or whatever, and it's just wine and dine and all, I can't do all that. Okay, you got to get creative. One thing about women, like they like creativity, they like effort, they like stuff like that. So you got to figure out within that realm to make things interesting because you want to keep her interested. But at the same time, it's not about just necessarily keep her interested in you, who you are. She should be interested in that just off the dribble. And then on top of that, you have all this to offer. Like, yeah, I got all this motion, I got all this going on for myself. You know. But men think it's like the cars or a house or all that. That's not necessarily it. Are you clean? Do you have transportation? Or like, there's always a woman on the level that you could date. But for me, it's like it was never a bad thing or never a thing where I struggled with it because it's just like just your life, whatever that is. So like we might go to the museum. I like a candlelight dinner. We might do candlelight dinner. Hey, I'm a vibe at the end of the day. I might go to the opera. I might go to the theater. We might pop up the club. We might do a date party. You know what I mean? We might go on a hike. I'm just over just shooting off at the hip different things that I do. We might travel. We might catch a flight. We might do a quick little road trip. Go catch a comedy show real quick. You know what I mean? We do all types of fly stuff. Because at the end of the day, this is stuff I would do anyway. Dolo, most times, or maybe with a couple of my dogs. But like, you just Sonic and Tails. She's just tagging along with the goat. Come tag along. This is what I do. Just whatever. And if we hit it off, great. If we don't, I would have done this anyway. But guys think, oh man, I spent $200-300 on this girl. No, 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 no. Spend $200-300 on yourself, and she tags along with you, right? Because at the end of the day, would you eat at that sushi spot anyway if she wasn't with you? Yeah, that's my favorite spot. Okay, then take her to your favorite spot. You gonna spend the money anyway. You just added an extra, you know, $40 to $100, whatever. Right? All these places are so expensive. No, you know where to eat. Don't do no goofy stuff. You know where you like to eat. If you start talking to a woman, Kim Kardashian, and she wants you to go to Nobu and Ruth Chris and all these freaking Michelin 5-star restaurants, and it's like, do you eat that on a regular, lady? Like, be real. Like, be real. I was with some chick, and then I told her I was drinking, and one day she's like, we're out or whatever, and this is the first time we're out, and I'm like, yeah, get what you want, get whatever you want, and she's like, some champagne, and I had to kind of like check her a little bit, and I looked at her, I said, I'm not mad at you for getting champagne, and I'm not mad for even drinking champagne because champagne is a great thing to drink if you're celebrating something. Maybe you are celebrating us being together, first date, whatever, cool. But I'm like, let's be real. Is that what you normally drink, or are you just kind of just going in just to be going in? And it was the latter. It's like, oh, I'm just going in to be going in, whatever. I said, okay, that's cool. I said, but you probably enjoy yourself if you just be yourself and just drink what you normally drink. Okay, and then she got her normal drink. There you go. Just drink your normal drink. You know what I mean? You don't gotta front. You don't gotta sit here and it's not a champagne kind of a day. Like for me, I don't do tequila much, but if I do tequila shots, I like Clase Azul, I like Corzo, I like 1942 is okay, but there's certain things I like to drink. I said if I'm getting shots, this is what I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going there and say, hey, let me get the most the most expensive, blah blah blah. But like, just do what you normally do. You don't gotta front. You don't gotta. You know what I'm saying? These are places I normally eat. This is what I normally drink. This is how I normally move. Just do what you normally do. And if you do that, dating's not that expensive, you know. And guys keep factoring in stuff like, oh, she can either get her hair done, her nails done, da, da, da. Be honestly, you really don't want to be dealing with a woman who doesn't. I mean, you can, because some girls are tomboys or they don't really get into all that type of stuff, or they're very low maintenance. But like, just like they say they want us come ready, you get a woman who comes ready. Like she's already pretty. When I met her, she was pretty. She had everything all done up, right? I might kick her a couple dollars to go do that just on a bonus tip or because I was thinking about you. But if she's not really my wife or we're not really locked in like that, I'm not gonna do it on the regular. It's not that I couldn't do it. It's just that I'm not gonna do it on the regular if we're not really truly locked in like that. It doesn't make any sense. But I might do it here and there. You can just do it here and there on some just, yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? I'm rocking with you because I'm just a naturally nice guy. I take care of people. I'm nice to people. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that I'm cool with and that I'm rocking with. But I'll be seeing stuff like that on the net, and I'm just like dating's dead, market is dead, it's terrible, it's this, it's that, and I'm like, you got to get out more. Y'all be on the internet too much. That's the problem. Y'all really be on the internet too much, and I get it. It's on your phone. It becomes a super accessible thing where it's just like, and you think that's the real world. It's not the real world. You really got to get out into the real world to see real people. And a lot of people really ain't on the net like that. And so y'all get sucked into just the viral videos and all of that and think that's the culture. Now, mind you, when you do get out there, you will see some internet people who are like, oh, I can tell you be on the net because you use internet talking points and you moving like an internet troll low key. But for most part, a lot of women are really down to earth. They like a little bit of effort. They like, somebody to take control, leadership, direction, that kind of thing. I'm a silly, goofy guy. So I'm not in the negative sense of the word. 'Cause, they done butchered every word we got. I used to be a goon back in my day. Start banging on y'all real quick. A goon means something totally different now, right? So everything got a whole different meaning. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But shit, I'm over here. Y'all know how I go on my rants. I'm over here forgetting what I'm about to talk about. But anyway, when it comes to like again this whole dating thing, you know, uh, with the whole internet, it's like people just think that, it's just this one way, and after that, it doesn't exist. Like, okay, it's dead, and it's not. A lot of times, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself, and then you also have to deal with people who got some emotion, and you got to also be in the real world. If you're in the real world, like, you're not necessarily uh, going to succumb to all the internet BS. And it's so easy to filter out the people who are heavy into the internet BS. But dating is easy. When you take care of yourself and you look after yourself and you just say, okay, what is taking care of myself? Do I have my basic need? Do I have my basic needs met? Right? Do I have a vehicle for transportation? Check. Do I have my own place? Check. Do I have stable income, a job, whatever? Check. Do I groom myself? Am I okay? I don't have to. I'm not in Versace or whatever. Okay, cool. But like, do I look decent? Do I look nice to me? Right? I got some of my favorite brands on. I'm looking pretty good. Check. Once you have those checked, it's like, and I say I'm a funny, goofy guy, silly guy. I know goofy means something different now. It's a negative thing, but it's like I'm a silly guy, and I like to crack jokes. I was raised on Looney Tunes and Animaniacs, and, all type Cartoon Network, and all types of funny stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm liable to crack a joke. I'm liable to crack a joke at the wrong times. I'm a rebel also. But also at the same time, it's like, making her laugh. Like there's so many ways to get into the heart and the minds of somebody to where it's like it's not just leading with your wallet. Everybody thinks you gotta lead with your wallet. You gotta make this much. Trust me, if she likes you, you could be broke and get her. Trust and believe. I done got women broke. The baddest of the baddest. The hottest of the hottest. Okay? We're talking bum chronicles. I can get you with that. Hey, get your car and drop you off to work. Only thing I could drop off is some you know what, banana in the tailpipe. Okay, that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. But I mean, dingo. That's it. Beep. Blur that out. But anyway, past life. All right. Nah, joking. But anyway, but that might be some of y'all's situation. But again, if she likes you and she's going for you, you don't need much, bruh. You don't need much. There's women who are the breadwinners out here. They love to work. They love their situation. You'd be like Nicki Minaj's husband. You just in the shadows. Corey Gamble with Kris Jenner. You just over there just collecting, sitting back. Like, okay, pimping. But guys think that you got to have all these things, which it's okay to think that, and it's okay to have that healthy mentality because as a man, you should want to provide. You should want to be the leader and the breadwinner of your household and to protect and have your woman chill out because again, the world is tough. It's hard, as y'all know, gentlemen. It's very hard. So if it's hard for us, I know for a fact it's hard for her. That I know. That's why some of these women is crashing out, burnt out. I'm ready to quit. Oh my God, the damn market is dead. Could somebody just come rescue me? Blah, 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 blah. Out. I didn't see the Amber Rose. There was a video going to her. I'll take a 20-year-old and tell you, yeah, well, you done had your fun, lady. Okay, now you ready to just chill the hell out. Now you gonna do regular. Now you okay to go to Wendy's now. Oh, okay. Now Wendy's ain't that bad. Because again, people do goofy stuff, and I'm not saying she probably lived a certain life because she dated some high level celebrities and stuff like that. But like, you get with a girl and all of a sudden you too good for Chick-fil-A. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We might eat Chick-fil-A. We might go to 5-star restaurant. We might go to hibachi. We might get street tacos. Adjust, lady. Okay? Adjust. All right, let's stop acting like we're just doing one thing only, like you're freaking Corella Deville, Queen of England. What are we doing? Stop, knock it off. These unreal expectations, and then before you know it, guess what? When you have these unreal expectations, what you think is what you attract. And guess what? That's why you ain't attracting it. You ain't attracting that. A lot of y'all done passed up on your husband, passed up on your boyfriend, friend zoned him, all of that because of what? There was something you didn't like about him, something couldn't adjust to. He wasn't the perfect. You know. Then you run to a ninja like me, the perfect ninja, and it's just like it's 1,000 users, only one of me. To quote the great poet Ye. It's like, lady, I can't do anything. I can't. You know, I have a rap sheet of requirements from what I need from a woman, and it's not necessarily impossible, but a lot of women can't meet those expectations, and so a lot of my relationships end up falling short because you know, even the mother of my children, that's one of the reasons why we stopped talking. She would say, I feel like it wasn't enough for you. And I don't want to talk about it on the internet. It's, you know, nothing negative to say. But like, again, I've heard that. I feel like I'm not enough for you. But I'm like, I'm a guy who's always striving. I'm a guy who's always pushing. I'm a guy who's always like, hey, what more can we do? Let's keep going. Let's push this envelope called life because we don't know how long we're gonna live here and we're gonna be here. So tomorrow's not promised. Keep pushing. But a lot of women, they'll get to this point where it's like they get the guy, they get their ring, they get it, and then what do? Let themselves go. Big back, central, muffin top, everything just let it go, let it all hang out. And then you lose that edge. You get the dad bod, you lose your edge, you lose your mean streak, you lose your fight, you lose that killing you as a man, the thing that makes you a man. A lot of times y'all lose it. You get castrated, and then you start living your woman's life. And then you're like, well, bro, what happened to you? In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Oh, it's very important to maintain your integrity and maintain who you are as a man. Very, very important to stand on your one. And that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, be emotionally available for your woman. It doesn't mean that you can't emotionally support her. Because again, there's certain things as a female she's got to maintain, which is very important. Her looks, her femininity, her beauty. There's certain things that she should still upkeep. Doesn't mean she's not going to age. Doesn't mean certain natural processes aren't going to take place, which means she has a child or body changes. That's okay. But there's still things she should maintain as a human and say, okay, this is what makes me a woman. It makes me a powerful woman, a beautiful woman, etc. Just like these are some things that make me a man, right? Not just, hey, I'm just a male and I was born male. Yeah, that's fine. But there's certain things that you do that say, oh, that's a man. That's a real man right there. That means he's him. He him. You know, there's just certain things you do where you just like, and again, it's just the basics. Get up, go to work, pay my taxes, take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Take care of business on, you know what I mean? Get up early, first one up, last one sleep. Okay, salute you, General. That's it. I'm not saying you gotta freaking go to war, go to combat, be a 5-star, Purple Heart 5-star general. Like, nah, you know. But you know, it's good to have that healthy, like, um, like manly like goals and expectations for yourself. You don't want to just be a guy who just castrated once you get married or you get a woman. You just like, bro, you let yourself go, bro. You know, I was with some of my boys not too long ago, and this ninjas getting. I was like, you getting fat, bro. Bro, you getting a little fat. Like, what's on? See, your boy gonna tell you. Your girl ain't gonna tell you that. I've had girls like, why you gonna run 10 miles? I just had a feeling. I felt like running 10 miles today. You know, and sometimes women will question it. Why are you doing that? You don't need to do that. Oh, I tell my brother I'm running 10 miles. He'd be like, go run 12. Go run 12. Like Kobe with Shaq. Go get 50, Kobe. In his last game, he went and got 60. You know what I'm saying? You need that that competitive edge with men. A lot of times you don't get that with a woman. Sometimes you may. If a woman really loves you, she's really into you, she'll push you and be your biggest cheerleader. Come on, baby, go. You can do it. Yeah, yeah. Those are very rare to find, you know. And but that's what it is. That's what comes with being a man: leadership and direction and things like that, and guidance, and also laying your cards on the table and being like, "Hey, this is kind of how I like things done. This is how I'm in. This is what I'm into. This is me. I'm laying it out to you. This is me." And you know, these are things that I don't really budge on too much. I'm going to the gym. I'm going. I travel. I like to eat these things. I'm not gonna eat these things. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do these certain things. I'm cool. I'm open to doing these things. We just rock. We just rock. You know. But the dating market's not dead. It's not dead. It's actually a beautiful thing. You got to get out and get yourself together. First of all, get yourself together. Think about your ideal woman that you want, and then also think about the woman that comes into your life. Because a lot of my best relationships were not women I was looking for. They were the women that chose me, the ones that were interested in me. Those are my best ones. The ones that I was going for her, oh, she bad. She bad. I was listening to Eminem. The way you shake it, I can't believe it. I ain't never seen that. I was listening to Eminem earlier. Vintage Eminem. I like vintage Eminem a little bit. Maybe going off. But a lot of them women that we picked that we like, trouble. 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 And I've been through that. I've been through every ringer you could think of. You get her trying to pursue her. She playing hard to get. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? But you hopefully the one that you like likes you. That's hopefully what it is. But a lot of times you got to be open minded to the one that like you. The ones that gonna get you, like, man, I'm into you. I'm feeling you. I'm your biggest cheerleader. You know, I got women tatting ninja up, like all about the goat. And I'm like, hey, that's what I'm talking about. That'll make your life easier. She's not gonna question you playing video games and you got Pokemon cards. And you got Pokemon cards. Pika Pika. You know what I mean? You got a mask. I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter, and somebody was like, "Oh, Pokemon." It was like, see, I be doing random shit like this because I'm that guy. Sorry, I had my phone. I was on Twitter, and this guy was like, "Oh yeah, somebody traded their R8, this R8 for a what do you call it?" And I had to correct this ninja. I'm like, an R8 is gonna lose its value the minute you drive it off the lot. It's not a value. There are some cars that retain the value. There are some cars that do go up in value, but you really gotta know what those cars are. Like it might be like a Lotus or like a BMW i8. Those cars are still kind of cool. But for the most part, it's like a lot of those cars, they're gonna lose their value. Unless it's some old school car, one of one. No, they're a horrible investment, right? Unless you integrate them into your business, write them off, like advertise on them, that kind of thing. They generate you views, different things like that, where they can make you money. Just having a car to go from point A to point B, it's losing its value. Let's say 95% of the vehicles out there. This guy traded his car in, estimated at a value of 200 and or 140,000. So that means if it was $140,000 R8, that's probably a 2025, maybe 2026 R8, depending what he's got in it, the options. So it could be like a 2024, 2025 R8. It's 140 racks. Trade that joint in for a Pokemon card selection, a Pokemon card. I don't know if y'all can hear me with that mask on. See, I'm nuts with it. That might be good for the thumbnail. But anyway, traded that in for a Pokemon card collection that's not been open and things like that. But that's been historically going up in value. And I know people think like, oh, it's like NFT that's gonna phase out. Like, nah, Pokemon ain't going nowhere because Pokemon is backed by Nintendo, and Nintendo has been around since the '80s. Nintendo's not going anywhere because Nintendo has a market on the who? On the children. They have the market on the children, and they have the market on people, millennials, people my age who grew up with it. So we're always going to support it, and we take our children to go see those movies. So they're always going to be able to recycle that, right? Stuff like Xbox and things like that, they never really had an identity. They don't have characters. They don't have an identity. They try to appeal to kind of an older audience with like a lot of their gaming titles, but PlayStation already existed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you late to the party. You need to have your own identity if you're going to create something. You know what I mean? Or you got to be better than the competition, which they're not better than. If you're not better than PlayStation, you don't have your own identity, doesn't matter. Nintendo's only the kid thing. So Pokemon is backed by Nintendo. It's owned by Nintendo. So since it's owned by that and it's backed by that, then, or they license their stuff to them, you know, and they have that powerhouse with it or whatever, they're not going nowhere. They haven't gone anywhere. And the thing about Pokemon, I'm not like I was like growing up. I remember when the thing came out and it was huge. And it was a whole thing. You know, I didn't since phased out, but like at the same time, if you know anything about it, it never ends. It never ends. It's not like a freaking anime or a TV show or a comic book. It never ends, bruh. There's an infinite amount of them. It's just a million trillion worlds. It never ends. When you have something like that, you can just keep printing money with it. You keep printing money. It's like freaking wrestling. There's just from Hulk Hogan to John Cena to The Rock to Stone Cold. There's always gonna be generations of it. It's a never ending product. So with that, it's gonna always appreciate in value because it's a thing. You know what I mean? So that's to me is a good investment. And over the years, it has gone up in value. It's like I don't damn like the stock market. It's like people are getting into it heavy. You know. But again, that's just another side quest. It ain't everything, but it's just a side quest. But again, you get you a woman who's doesn't care that you know all this stuff. I know all this stuff. I know all this stuff because I grew up in a lot of this stuff. You know, who's not bothered by that. But we also could talk politics. We could talk the war. We could talk music. We could talk movies. We could talk fashion. We could talk art. We could talk just relationship stuff. We could, you know, she's not turned off if you say, I'm gonna play the game. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna play that game. No, 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 no. She better choose. She might sit there and watch you. Doom scroll while she watching you play, cheering you on. Okay. A real chick, I had a chick go buy the whole game. I had a chick buy the game. She didn't even play the game, bought the game so she could play with me. Dedication. That's what I'm talking about. You see, but you gotta find who likes you. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, us as men, we'll go and pursue a woman who don't even like us because she's bad. She got a bad body. Oh my gosh, she's hot. Woo! She's fun. That's just cold. She ice, bruh. Nah, you gotta be careful with those ones. Those ones will cook you. Those ones will cook you, fry you, dye you, and marinate and barbecue your motherfucking. They will barbecue you. Nope. So, but dating's not dead. Dating's a beautiful thing, and I encourage y'all to get out there because it's warm. Warm. The weather's good. Might be grilling here in my new spot here in a minute. Get my barbecue grill soon. You know, I'll be doing unk activities. Like, where's all the uncles grilling? That's me. I'll be grilling. That's me. We still out here. We the new generation. You know what I mean? I'll throw some hot links on the grill, throw some burgers on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Throw some ribs on that thing. You know what I mean? Have some music, catch a vibe out here. You know what I mean? So I might be doing some of that soon. We'll have a little kickback, play a little Yo Gotti. Da, 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 da. Oh, Yo Gotti. Gangsta Party by Yo Gotti. That's like the ultimate barbecue song. I like that song. Every time I listen to that song, I feel like I'm at a barbecue. You know what I mean? But anyway, uh, what else? But yeah, that's pretty much it. What's coming up? Lot to lot to come up. Lot to look forward to rather. That's coming up. Like I said, I gave up smoking for a little bit, so I ain't gonna be smoking like that now. When I'm traveling, I might indulge, but right now, I'm really focused right now, and so it's like I kind of cut it off for a little bit. But appreciate y'all supporting me as always, and I'm just trying to think of anything other updates. Talked about the move. Might do something with the men. I don't know if I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna talk to my sister, see if she wants to do something. What else? Traveling. I don't know what I'm gonna do next night shift stream. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm just gonna go live on this, and I don't know what I'm gonna do stream just because my sleep schedule is off, bruh. And sis, it's off. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I'm in bed, as they say, pondering on 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I'm like, what happened to me, bruh? So I got to get back on the night shift. I don't know what the heck's going on, but right now I listen to my body heavy. I think it's because I'm getting ready to travel, and I'm also getting ready to be with my kids for some time. and so my body just starts adjusting automatically. The human body is such a beautiful thing. So my body is already just adjusting to like, um, their schedule and whatnot. So, but yeah, other than that, I think that's it. What else? Anything in popular culture, popular news that I can think of? I can't think of anything right now that's worth talking about. NBA is still going on, NHL is going on, all the sports stuff is still the sports stuff. Everything is still going on as it is. And yeah, I can't think of anything else that I need to talk about. I'm gonna get another tuna sandwich. That joint was a banger. Woo! Give me another sandwich, and then I'm gonna be just chilling. I don't know, pop on this weekend. I might pop in again with my sis, or I might pop in Dolo. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But yeah, I'm just still getting everything all set up and acclimated, getting my whole crib and everything set up. So bear with the boy. I ain't gone nowhere yet. I know I said I'm back, and then I disappeared for like 10 days. I'm like, no, I've been moving, y'all. You know how that is, all right. Bear with me, but you rocking with me with your boy. Got you covered. But I always appreciate the support. The live was cool. There's just a little test live from my phone. Let me see how many viewers we got. Oh, we got 10,000 viewers in here. We got 2 viewers. 1 view, no viewers. Damn. Damn. Why I do to go viral? I'm doing Randy Moss. I'm doing Moon, y'all. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I got 1 viewer. That's it. My auntie watching me. Hi, auntie. Be like Killmonger. Hi, auntie. No, I'm kidding. I know a lot of y'all watch this after the stream, but it's good to see y'all. It's really good to see y'all, man. It's my office. I might stream out in the living room with the fireplace. It's a vibe, but I've been chilling in my office right now. As you know, printing money fast, blowing money fast. BMF gang, you already know what it is. So I tell you, I'm a goofball. I'm silly, y'all. I promise you, I'm silly, but I am serious. But it's just good to see y'all. It's good to pop back on stream and just talk some stuff, talk a little noise, and talk a little mess. And I'm just trying to think of there's anything else I forgot to talk to y'all. One more thing, Jackie. One more thing. If you know, you know. I think that's it. I think that's it. Let me see. Went through news, politics, popular culture, gaming. Talked about dating for a little minute, travel. Yeah, I got some dope places on tap. I'm gonna stream from those places. It's gonna be freaking fly. It's gonna be fun as hell. Hopefully, like I said, get some beautiful women on the stream with the goat. We have some fun. We enjoy each other's company. Y'all see y'all see how I come in the high maneuver now. I maneuver. I'm like Silver Surfer. I swim and don't get wet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I swim and don't get wet. Hey, 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 hey. Anyway, so hopefully some fine as a young boy. So I get some fine on stream, and yeah, that's it. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday, and it's good to see y'all as always. And I will talk to y'all soon. I'm out. Take care. God bless. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. So on that note, we like to say, Shalom. We're going to end the stream here. Peace.